Hey everyone, welcome to Shining a Light on Reiki. This is episode 12. Can you believe it, Debbie? We're at 12.
Beautiful.
And I took a picture today. I'll have to put it up on our Facebook page. 1212 was the
Yeah.
screenshot that I took today
Yep.
as far as the time goes. And we're showing up here. It's the very beginning of November and it's gratitude month.
hmm
And I tell you, there has been a lot of things that have been going on in my life that I haven't been too grateful for.
That is funny. Yes.
Yeah, and guess what? I bet you that all of us can say that, right? To
Yep.
some extent or another. And and recently I have just been made aware of something that destroys relationships. And I
hmm
wanted to talk about that today. We are going to do a little bit of protection. Debbie has her 528 bowl. And before we start today, I really want us to get that Reiki going, get grounded, because we're really going to open up something that's going to take us through three parts, is what we have. So this is part
Yeah.
one.
3-part series.
Yeah,
So we should return to sender all energies that are not ours right now. Because once we do that, then we can work on ourselves. So say that maybe 3 times. Return to sender all energies that are not mine. I return to sender all energies that are not mine. And then just full power yourself back up. Chakras balanced, deep breathing a couple times, 3 times. And then we'll be in a grounded state and Janay can take it away.
there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I've had some interesting downloads coming to me over the last few weeks, and one of them was a drawing that I drew, and it is showing how ill will is spread, and I've come to call ill will the spell from hell. So I don't want to scare anybody, but
No, but when you say it and you laugh, it has no power, right?
that's right. It has no
Right? We
power.
see it clearly, so it has no
Yeah.
power. So we're going to be removing it.
Right. And the awareness is what gives us the power, right? And so if we don't talk about these things, if we don't talk about what is getting in the way of our relationships, what is getting in the way of our Reiki, then we're stuck, right? We're
Yep.
stuck. And so this isn't to scare anyone.
Nope.
That's the name that I chose for it
Yeah.
because I that's just what
But see, it makes you laugh, and that takes
exactly.
away any negative energies. Laughter is healing. So you're actually, every time you say it, healing it without even doing any other work.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And the visual that came to me was this ill will coming out of the mouth, and it's anchoring into someone else's chakras.
hmm
And so it's anchoring into the heart, it's anchoring into the solar plexus, and it's anchoring into the sacral chakra areas. And the
hmm
interesting part to it is in my drawing that I drew, the root is crossed out because this criticism, it kind of knocks us off our feet.
hmm
We become unrooted. It has X'd out the throat chakra. It has X'd out the third eye. We have no vision, and it has X'd out that spiritual connection because our spiritual connection is love. So if we have ill will, where's the love, right? It's crossed out. And so it was quite a powerful drawing that came through. And it was something that I felt that I really wanted to bring here, especially because we're in gratitude month. So the antidote to ill will or that spell from hell is gratitude. It's love. That is what it is. And the work that I am bringing to us today is that shadow work. It's not where we see ill will in others. So we're not pointing like, oh, there they are. Oh, yeah, I knew it was them.
Yeah, I knew it was that person. I knew this, I knew that. Yeah.
Right. Or to
No.
show up as a victim. We don't want to show up as a victim. Like, did you see what they did to us? And then
Right.
right? Because then
Hmm.
that takes that focus of criticism to that other person, where truthfully we should be standing in our power, turning on our Reiki and just clearing that energy. We don't have to tell anybody about it.
Mm-mm.
It's just clearing that energy. And so I do have a poem. It's a poem that I wrote in, I have it here in my
Have
book.
you said the poem in any of the podcasts yet?
No, not in any of the
Okay.
podcasts. I haven't. I
Okay.
have read it in, we had done a video series together once and I had read
And
it.
that's when you did it. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was
Yeah.
a podcast or not,
And
because I couldn't remember it.
I wrote this in 2019.
Okay.
And because even the talk of shadow work, like what is that, what is shadow work, and that really is that awareness of, oh, this is something that I'm bringing to the table, that
Hmm.
I'm kind of like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't be criticizing, because we're talking about criticism, or that ill will. So, what is the work that I need to do within? And that's going into that shadowy, that dark side of us and being honest with what we find there. And it's not, this isn't a shaming. This isn't a, oh, you need to do better. This really is just
Yeah.
about awareness.
Yeah. The quote that I was reading earlier really is what I feel is it's not that we're stuck or that we're um, trying to justify ourselves or get triggered, all of those negative type of things. The quote was, "You're just committed to a certain pattern of behavior because it helped you in the past. Now those behaviors have become more harmful than helpful. The reason why you can't move forward is because you keep applying an old formula to a new level in your life. Change the formula to get a different result." That's what it is. It's really the shadow work is we need to see where we are, where we feel stuck, where we feel victimized, where we feel self-doubt, below, whatever it is, right? All negative things that are not true, they're illusion. But from there, we need to do the changes because we are leveling up in frequency. And the more we hold on to the old formula, it's struggle. It feels like it's so just stuck, but it's not. We literally just need to level up and do some change. And that's what I think, that's how I see shadow work. It's healing or clearing or wherever you are that you have to do things. What else do you think?
I think it is that true awareness of,
Yeah.
oh, I guess I hadn't noticed that I was there too. I hadn't noticed that this is what it was. I hadn't noticed, because those patterns are things that are handed down to us. The drawing of the anchors, coming out of the mouth, anchoring into somebody else. Um, that's a lineage. That's
Yes.
a lineage thing. That's something that is passed
Mhm.
on. So oftentimes,
Generations,
yeah,
generations,
generation after
and
generation.
we're going to stop it.
Yes.
It goes no further. And when
Yes.
we do this work, we're going to clear the past, all of our ancestors, here now or gone, and all those coming in, the children, the grandchildren, everybody that we've done this to, subconsciously, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And truthfully, the spell from hell, or
yeah,
the ill will, that's just one of the things. In the
yeah.
Buddhist tradition, there are seven, well, five or seven, if you look at them, of different things that get in the way. And
Mhm.
so this is really just one of the things that gets in the way. And so there are others as well. And that awareness of what is in my way of communication, because that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to learn from each other, to
Yep.
communicate, to have families, to blend families. You know, how many families are blended? A
Mm-hmm.
lot. And so, how do we bring in these different dynamics of people and make things happen in the word that are good? And
Yes, and
so you can,
we don't want to spend one more minute doing it the same way we've been doing it.
yes, yes.
We have to be the change that we wish to see.
And when I did some shadow work, I was a little bit afraid to, you know, I was taken into meditation and I was like, oh, you know, you're going to go meet your shadow. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm, you know, a little bit nervous about it. But this poem had come forth to me because I don't want to have anyone fear their shadow side. It's not always
No,
pleasant,
no,
but it's just a
that's,
part that we don't look at very often. And so, if it's okay, I would love to read this. You ready?
yeah, I'm ready.
Sing sweetly, shadow side, beckon me to come inside. Your voice is calm, your eyes are dark. It balances out the light, that spark. Sing sweetly, shadow side, beckon me to come inside. You seem so cold and dark, illusions of your evergreen heart. Sing sweetly, shadow side, beckon me to come inside. I'll share my thoughts, I'll show you light, you comfort me and bring insight. Sing sweetly, shadow side, beckon me to come inside. Show yourself now, I'm in the sun. You are part of me, we are one.
Beautiful.
And I just thought that that was just a beautiful representation of, you know, this shadow work of awareness that, you know, that evergreen heart really is the heart chakra, and the love is there. The
Absolutely.
ill will is really just what gets in the way. It's not a part of us, it's just something that gets in the way. And when we can acknowledge it and see it and move it out of the way and step in with gratitude
Mhm.
or love. And like I said, this is just the perfect month to
It
focus
is.
on the antidote to that criticism and where it's showing up in our lives.
Right. Wherever it's showing up, it needs to be healed and cleared and released. And it's not scary. The shadow, I know there are some that say shadow work is it's not. It's an illusion. That's you're literally regaining your power.
Yes, and we brought that up in one of the episodes. I'll have to look and see which one it
Hmm.
was when Debbie had made that realization with the
Hmm.
sacral chakra, and ill will anchors in there. It
Oh
anchors
yeah.
into that sacral chakra where we forget that it's a
That's where your
lie.
power is. So why
Yeah,
wouldn't the devil want to do that?
exactly.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. Keep you from your power. So we'll be restoring power. Um, so anywhere that you have a situation that has come up that does not feel great, I guess would be a good word. You know, it's chaos, great, just like a table's just been turned over or wherever that is, that's where we need to do the work within ourselves. And that's where it gets tricky because it's like, ooh, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do I need to do? Where do I need to make changes? What do I need to do differently? Um,
And guess what? The awareness might
oh,
not
the
come.
awareness is
It
kicking.
might not come. You know, you might listen to this and say, that doesn't apply to me. You might. I don't
Yep.
know. I'm
You
not sure.
might.
Yeah,
You might want to listen again.
yeah, and or maybe come back to it, because sometimes it's hard to get ready for something like this, and sometimes it feels like we're opening up this big door.
Yeah.
But don't feel daunted in that way.
No.
um, because I feel like sometimes we can just not do something. We could forget about someone.
Hmm.
We could say we made a promise that we were going to do something, and then we just were like, I don't feel like doing it. That's part of this. That's part
Hmm.
of this. So it isn't like we're out harming and destroying and those types of things. It can be a very small tweak that we can implement in our life that can make a big change in a relationship.
Perspective,
Yes.
definitely. Stephen Furtick is a pastor, and he said, when we are asking God to change the situation, but he really wants the situation to change us, it's always within.
Always.
The answers are always within. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, that is what we're going to do. So we've kind of dropped this here. Um, this is the first part of a three-part series. And so we welcome you to toss it around a little bit, become aware of the things that you say or the things that you hear.
Triggers,
The
this where
triggers.
you feel
Yeah.
struggle,
Yes.
where you feel stuck when you're really not. That's energy is always flowing. So, but we do, maybe you're off path or don't feel on path, or things aren't going the way you want them to go. There's so
Or maybe,
much.
yeah, maybe you're even feeling stumbled by someone else. Maybe you
Mm-hmm.
feel like someone else is in the way.
Yeah.
And
Self-doubt.
hmm
You're going to know, just start writing, get a blank piece of paper and just start writing down everywhere these negative feelings are coming from. And
yeah.
that's what needs to
And
start.
another prompt this morning in Idaho, I woke up to snow. And so I walked out to the prayer path and I was looking at it and I was thinking, yeah, I knew the snow was going to come and cover
Mhm.
this path, and I thought, what am I going to do? Am I going to be out there shoveling the path so we can still be walking the path and just have like a little igloo sides, or what's it going to be? And what had come to me today was that it's going to be time to put that to rest.
Yes.
And so in your writing, what what do you need to put to rest?
Hmm.
What do you just want to put to rest and find a better way, a different way, another way?
Yeah. And we had rain here the 1st of November, pouring rain, and it was beautiful. It was cleansing. It was beautiful. It's like November 2022 is going to be amazing. Like it just felt good. Starting this new month with rain. Very beautiful. So we're going to be clearing a lot of stuff. It feels like it's 3-part series. If it ends up being more, it does. But right now it feels like it's 3-part. This morning we were trying to figure out how to put it all together, and it's like, no, there's no way to do everything that came to us. Although everything that came to me came to Janay in a different way, and we put it together. So it's going to be beautiful, empowering, and we're going to be removing negative energy.
Yeah, we have some rituals that will be coming up, some clearings that are going to be coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, how are you feeling about today? Does it feel pretty complete? Or is there anything more you wanted to add? I have just one little piece that I want to add from this book. But I want to check with you, Debbie, and see if there's
Yeah.
anything more
What, tell them what book that is.
the book that I'm reading from is called The Law of Love. It's by Steve Young.
Why
And
don't you do that, and I'll just get this bowl synced
yeah,
a
there
little
you
bit.
go. Yeah, let's
This is the 528 bowl.
yeah, let's
528 hertz.
Let's let that
If I
sink
can get
in.
it to.
So the 528 is the sound of transformation and miracles.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
in
it
order
coming
to
through?
transform, sometimes it takes a miracle.
Miracles. Bring them. Shower us with miracles.
Yeah.
There we go. Just saying that, it changed the whole tone
It
of
sure
the.
did.
Did you hear it? Totally changed. Oh, you want miracles? Okay. Oh, yeah. Woo!
Wow. So as that bowl is playing, I had talked about the drawing and how it X's out the root chakra. We just feel that we don't have a leg to stand on anymore. And in this book, it's titled The Root of Healing in Just the Hello. And it says, what is the beginning of the healing we seek to bring to others? Most of the time, it is a small kindness that is the first step, even if it takes years for the other person to warm up. Maybe it's a wave, a hello, a heartfelt spirit that brings the spirit. And in this book, the heartfelt spirit, small s, that brings the spirit, big S. So I loved this because oftentimes it doesn't take much. We're not out there moving mountains. We're making shifts. We're showing up differently. We're allowing things to be laid to rest in our own life, to welcome in the room for things to be laid to rest in others' lives as well.
And when we're doing shadow work, another quote that I have to share is the devil got us so focused on what we were walking into, what is all of the negative thoughts, right? We're going to do shadow work. Oh, it's terrible, scary. It's this, it's that. So the devil got us so focused on what we were walking into that we forgot what we were walking in with, the power of God. So when you're walking in your true power of your I am, your God, Jesus, and you walk in to do shadow work, isn't getting more powerful than that. We're removing what no longer serves us, and it's generational. So anybody listening to this podcast, you are here on earth at this time for a reason. Only the most powerful people come to earth. And we're going to clear ourselves. And as we clear ourselves, we clear the past. So that would be our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, so on and so on and so on. And then our future, so our children, if you don't have children, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, your friends. It doesn't have to be ancestral, generational. It doesn't have to always be bloodline.
It's the path.
So
we're clearing the past
and
we're clearing the path.
You're clearing the path for everybody. And certain people might pop in your mind when you're doing clearing work, and we just send them love. We want to clear every person we can. So we'll do a little more of the 528. Let's do like a minute or so. Really get clear. And then put a protection around yourself. God's golden white light as you're doing this work. It's not scary, it's just big. frequency. I don't know if you could hear words or it just resonated through your body. You get chills, it get overheated or super cold. It's all normal. It's all everything realigning and getting into a new higher frequency. So
Yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you for that. I'm actually doing my tuning fork. I don't think you can hear it, but
put it close to the
not sure where my microphone is on.
I hear it.
There we go. Yeah, same frequency.
Same frequency, but it's a tuning fork, and I was using the
yeah.
bowl.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I can hear it.
Oh, good. I'll do one more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be super loud to work.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it really
just
doesn't.
allow
And
it.
that's the same with our shadow work. And
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be this. The spell from hell is really a big sentence. It
Right.
really is a big sentence, but only if we give it power, right?
It has no power.
Only if we give it power. And
Yeah.
so that we're stripping it away. We're bringing the awareness of it. That alone takes it away because it brings in choice. We can choose to step into the drama, or we can choose to step out of the drama.
Yep.
And working within ourselves, clearing out that energy within ourselves, choosing love ourselves, choosing to be the one to wave, to say hello, to forgive, to open the door, to leave the door open a crack. There's many, many ways that we do that.
I'd like to put a protection for all, I guess. How would we do this? I see the spell from hell that you call it, and then you called it something else. What was the other thing?
Ill will.
Ill will. So wherever this is showing up, we could put a reverse bubble on it. So wherever it is showing up, it has no power over it. And anytime it tries to be used, we could do this globally. Everywhere it's trying to be used, it will only be able to hit the bubble and come back healed. So basically, that to me would be the love of God, right?
Yeah.
Healing. And the ill will and the spell from hell, call it the devil. That would be God saying, I love you. And the devil doesn't like that.
No.
So
I love that, Debbie. That's beautiful, because what I've noticed in my own shadow work and working with this is that when I hear that coming out of others, is I just think, oh, they don't know. They just don't know.
They don't know it's the devil.
Yeah, they don't know. They just don't know. And so we come in with a softer heart, with a little more, not so much defensiveness in what did they just say, but more so of, oh, you know what? They don't know. They don't know.
They don't know that.
And so I'm going to let it just kind of go right past me. When things have momentum, when you think of something coming at you, I'm going to stand up here. I'm going to stand up here and do this because
I just got a picture of duck and dodge. Duck and dodge.
It's coming at us. But if we can just go like this,
let it go right past
its own momentum.
Duck and dodge
goes right past us. We just step out of the way and say, okay,
out of the way, go.
That's what it is. And then that awareness also shows us, oh, maybe that's how I showed up yesterday. Maybe that's how I showed up.
Or where did I show up like that?
Yeah, or where did I show up that way?
Clear.
Yeah, and so then we can clear that as well.
But don't you remember dodgeball?
Yeah.
When we were kids, dodgeball, when it was a rainy day, to go in the auditorium and play. Or they do it outside too, but inside was easier because the balls, you didn't have to go chase them very far.
Yeah.
And you would be dodging, right? So all those balls are the ill will, and you just duck and dodge out of the way. And
that's exactly what it is.
They are. They're not. That's not God.
And I did want to bring up one other thing, because I don't know who's listening today. I have no idea who's listening today.
I'm listening.
And sometimes this work does require a counselor.
Oh,
You
sure.
know, sometimes it does.
Absolutely.
If
Sometimes
there
there's deep
is,
stuff.
because ill will can
Mhm.
go hand in hand with abusive
Sure.
behaviors and different things like that too. So if you are someone that says, gosh, I just don't know what to do with what I
Yep.
have been given, and maybe my boundary needs to be a little bit stronger,
Mhm.
is that it never hurts to go and talk to a professional that can help you create boundaries to
Yep.
where you can work through whatever situation it is that you need to work through.
And that is part of Reiki also, is clearing the path so the right people, places, and things show up so that people can get to their next steps. So we clear the pathway with the singing bowl, clear ourselves, but also bring in people, places, and things that people need. Everybody's different, right? Some things are the ill will is, yeah, we're just talking about we're not talking about abusive behavior. Those things are dealt with differently. Um, so be clear on that, that if you do need more assistance, reach out, literally ask God to show you where you need to go to resolve what issues that you're in, if they are deeper than what we're talking about. So absolutely, always, right?
Always. Yeah,
Always,
always.
always. So I
Alrighty.
do feel good.
Me too.
I
I feel
feel
really
clear.
good.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I just wanted to start or end by saying I'm grateful for you, Debbie. Thank you.
Oh, and I am grateful for you.
Thank you. So enjoy
And
this
everyone
month of,
listening,
yeah,
gratitude, gratitude, gratitude.
yeah. And then we'll be back with a beautiful, what would you call it for
I
part
don't
two?
know. I was talking about it. It'll be an empowering, it'll be in a meditation format, but it's really an activation, a clearing. It's everything. And so that's coming. So I've seen it, I've done it, but I haven't written it so that I can. I like to write them down, so it'll come. I'm not. It's in God's hands, so it will just show up. Sometimes
Right
it's
now,
five
Debbie's just
minutes
seeing,
before we come on, and sometimes
yeah,
it's 5 days.
you're just seeing the tip of the iceberg right now, but we know that
Yeah.
it's something really incredible, just what Debbie has said. And look behind me here. Do you see that stone there? It kind of looks like an iceberg, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. And
Yeah.
part
So,
three will be very. Once we're empowered, then we'll bring in part three.
yeah, we're not going to leave you hanging. So,
No.
all right, everyone, have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you for episode 13 pretty
Yay.
soon. All right. Bye.
Bye.